Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do your pick a card for the month of July 2020. Can you believe it? It's already half over the year. I mean, that is just something strange to me. It's going so fast. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to click the notification bell. I'm growing my channel and I really sincerely hope that I'm helping you in some way. Okay, so it's simple. Just pick a number between 1 and 5 and I will do a psychic tarot card interpretation for you. Don't think about it. It's just the first number that pops into your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bingo. Pick one. Okay, so I've got my number. So let's go to the board now and I'm going to lay out the cards. And if you haven't followed me before, I do this a little bit differently to some readers in that I do some psychic channeling as well before I lay the cards down. And then again, at the end of the video, I'll do a psychic summary. So it's a 5-card choice or option. And if you've picked card number 1, let's go with this card here. Okay, so closing my eyes now. And what do I see? I see a padlock. It's a funny shape. It's a rectangular padlock that I haven't seen before. Okay, I do believe this is to do with finances. It's like the money's locked up. Maybe you're expecting money and it hasn't turned up yet. Or there's some delays in receiving money, or maybe a gift or a possession, a physical item. I'm seeing a waterfall. And this water will give you more energy, more physical energy. So this is like the living waters flowing down through your body, giving you good health and vitality if you've picked card number 1. If you have a health issue, then perhaps there's some alleviation in your symptoms. You're feeling a little bit better in July than you have been. Okay, we come up with the Lovers card, which is always a very interesting card because people always assume it relates to lovers and physical lovers in some sort of relationship or hookup or whatever terms you want to use involving sex, but not necessarily, okay, because this is more about the inner reality of two opposite energies being joined together. But you can see here it's a bit push me, pull you. So perhaps they come together in some way. The energy integrates in some way, and then they're sort of attracted and then repelled. Attracted and then repelled. And so it could be particularly relevant to relationships or situations where it's on, off, and one party disappears, then comes back, and it goes on and on like that. Typically, these sorts of relationships can go for up to 18 months, even 2 years. If you're in the situation where the person's not available to you fully, they might be in another country, they might be with somebody else, or they just don't commit, like they're holding back from you, then it might take longer than 18 months to get what you need to get from this situation. But whichever way you look at it, something is coming your way in July. If you pick card number 1, where the energies are integrating into your psyche, that means you'll have more power, more energy once you get through that integration process. But while the process is actually going on, it can be turbulent and it can actually feel painful at times. Okay, card number 2 for July. Card number 2 for July. This one wants to come out. Closing my eyes now, and what do I see for the second card? I've got the waterfall again, which means more emotional energy, which could actually transform into physical energy and vitality. It's like I'm holding this group of cards over the top of that waterfall, which is an unusual thing I've never seen before. And now eyes are opening up in front of me. So this means your psychic ability, your ability to see in spirit is opening up. And okay, right. Okay, so this is the psychic ability that you have that is being developed and is going to get more energy, and you're going to be able to see your own energy more so than before. Now, there's just some other thing on that point, just a sec. It's like some of you are moving, but you've been moving very slowly, which is a bit frustrating. And now with this spiritual sight, you'll be able to move more quickly in life. I'm even getting this sense that it could be to do with legs, that there's some energy hindering your legs, either in spirit or physical. Some people might have trouble walking, need a wheelchair, need crutches, that sort of thing. Okay, it's hard, it's difficult to walk or move forward in some way. Okay, and we come up with the 10 of Cups. All right, this is the end of the cycle, but it's a beautiful cycle of emotions, usually involving your family and nurturing the mother figure there, providing beautiful, it's probably cakes for the family, nurturance for the family, okay? But also to do with yourself. It's about self nurturance as well, so that you can nurture other people. See, she's got the little rocking horse here too for the young, really young toddlers and young children, and the fire going here, the warmth, the generosity of motherhood. And of course you need to do this for yourself so that you can do it for other people. Okay, that's if you've picked card number 2, a time of nurturing others in July and nurturing yourself. Okay, so card number 3 for July 2020, and shuffling up the deck, going with that card, closing my eyes now, and what do I see? I see, again, the focus is on the cards, and it's like, I can't do it because I'll go everywhere, but it's like going like that, and they're all concertinaing down in a certain pattern or a certain order, okay? And it's on the cards, that's what I want to say. Your future for July, if you picked number 3, is on the cards, which means it's likely to happen. Whatever comes up is likely to happen. I think it's like a confirmation. Okay, and we have the 8 of Wands. This is about alacrity of thought, okay? And that means quick, brilliant flashes of insight coming into your mind, inspiring you through July. So you could have any number of projects, but see how there's so many baseball bats flying through the sky so fast. You could miss them if you don't write them down. So you know, don't get caught up doing something else while this is going on. These brilliant flashes of insight are going on in your mind, because they'll come and they'll go just as quickly as they've come. They'll be gone. So write them down as soon as you get them. Okay, so these are the beginnings of new ideas and things that could really motivate you. Okay, Wands. Very fiery, emotional energy. Okay, let's look at card number 4. Going with that card there. Closing my eyes now, and what do I see for card number 4? Okay, so there's been a bit of a difficult period. I'm down in a cave, and I can see chains on the walls. Something's being restricted or held back, but at the same time, you can use that to get higher in another area. So, you know, maybe with all the COVID thing, and even though that now the states are letting us all out of the cage, you know what? It might be beneficial to stay in the cage because we're actually getting more done. Okay? It might be online or, you know, some other area of your life which is advancing excuse me, because of staying inside and attending to it. Whereas when you're out and about, your energy is distracted and actually fragmented into a myriad of other areas in your life. So, there's a silver lining for everything. So really decide, if you've picked card number 4, really decide which area of your life you want to advance at the moment, because you've got a choice. You can either go out with friends, and a little bit of that is great, of course. However, don't overdo it, because you could then be shutting the door on another area of your life. I'm seeing the door right in front of me. There's so many choices and opportunities if you've picked card number 4 that you really have to be clear about which one you're going to pick. They're also showing me a candle and lighting a candle, which is to do with hopes and dreams. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles. This is some disappointment in the recent past, and it could be that you've overspent money, or that the money you thought was coming in didn't come, and so you do need to be a bit cautious, and especially if you are especially if you decide to go out. It's hard to go out and not spend money. I suppose you can go for a car drive, but even then you're spending money in fuel unless you've got an electric car. And so she's got her hand out because she's short of funds, and she feels dejected and also disappointed. She might be disappointed in herself too, that even with the whole COVID thing where people are losing their jobs, and I must say that we're at the start of it, we're not at the end of it. So you should be cautious for the future, because even if you've got a secure job now, anything could happen in the future where, so you need to be a bit cautious. But really, we're in June now, so COVID's actually been around, for months and months and months. So I knew about it in February. Australian government was informed on the 1st of January, but they didn't officially really come out and say very much until mid-March. But yeah, certainly in February, you could see the writing on the wall. So it's not like this has happened all of a sudden or in 5 minutes now. We need to get organised. So if you pick card number 4, be careful with your finances. Don't take risks. And actually, I did pick number 4. I know what this is about, because I am disappointed, because I was looking at something I wanted to buy. It was a substantial purchase, and I didn't rush in, and the thing sold. So I was too slow, so I was disappointed. But I also had a dream saying it was wrong for me to buy it, and I saw that in writing in the dream, in big red writing, saying wrong. And so I knew I couldn't go ahead with it anyway, but I'm still disappointed. And another time. Now is not the time when the world is in recession, and a lot of governments are not telling us that. Australia, the government has come out and said that the world is in recession, and Australia is in recession for the first time in 29 years. Be careful with your money. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is alive. Going with that card there, closing my eyes now. And what do I see? I see handicrafts. I see painting. I see writing with calligraphy. I see sculpting with sharp tools, pen-like tools, little scoops on the end that are sculpting things. This is about craftsmanship, creativity, making things, and you could even make money from this as well. So you might turn a side hobby into something that you could make money from. What else am I seeing? Yes, and I'm seeing white doors opening up to that. So when a door opens, it's an opportunity or a pathway you could go down if you choose. But again, you have to choose it. Don't expect things just to fall into your lap. You choose it, and then you take positive action steps down that pathway. Okay, I'm out in space in the solar system now. I can see all the planets. I do see Saturn here, which can indicate challenges, but I'm not going very close to Saturn. I seem to be in another direction, going to the left. My creativity is actually drawing me away from Saturn. Saturn ensures like hard work, responsibility, maturity, and can help you complete a project, but also throws up every possible problem sometimes. But you're not going very close to it, so it's like you avoid the worst of the problems. Okay, and we come up with the Two of Swords. Twos are about balance in your life. Now you see, swords are also about decisions. So to make a balanced decision, if you've picked card number 5 for July, however, there's these sort of reflections in the past. So do be aware that any decisions that you make are influenced by your past history. So you might think you have a good handle on something, that you really comprehend and understand its deep core nature, and yet you're being influenced by your past. So it's not a warning, it's just, I mean, we all do it, we've all got this. It's just that be careful to make the right decision and that you're not being overly influenced by your past. It's a time of planning, strategizing, cutting, dissecting, classifying, analysing. Okay, so some big decisions could be made in July for you if you've picked card number 5. Okay, so we've got one major arcana. We've got cups, wands, pentacles and swords. So a very balanced month overall, with all the different energies, but of course it's all about what you choose, because you know these were your numbers. I happened to choose this one, which has just happened yesterday, as a matter of fact. So you know, another time will be the best time. Alrighty, so I'm going to close my eyes now and see what I see for the month of July for everybody as a psychic summary. Yes, so sadly, Spirit disagrees with me because I say the word sadly. See, I've just got to get the interpretation exactly right. They don't like me saying sadly because I see a cross and it has gold and rubies and all manner of precious stones, and they don't see that as sad, they see that as beautiful. However, a cross does mean sacrifice, and so it's a beautiful sacrifice that could be made collectively in July. I find sacrifice, yeah, I don't... I'm straining my brain. Yes, okay, I get the point of beauty, but it certainly doesn't feel beautiful at the time. Now, I'm seeing, is it the Academy Awards where you have the gold statue and it has its arms out like wings, sort of like this? I think it is. That's what I'm seeing in spirit. And so there's some recompense and rewards and awards, an award coming, because some people are really stepping up and taking responsibility for their actions in July. The spirit is very, very proud. I don't know if proud's the right word. Celebratory. Just a sec, I'm going to find this exact word. I'm in space and looking down on the earth, and it's quite beautiful. And spirit is, happy is not the word, it's like proud. Pride in a positive sense. It's like when you have children and your child goes to school and wins some sort of award, you know, kindest student in the class, or, you know, best grammar, or best musician, or something like that. And so about humanity, these awards that Spirit's talking about, they're on to something else now. It's like Star Trek, and it's beamed me up, Scotty, you know, I'm seeing at the moment. And so it's just a time of celebrations in spirit, because some people are really stepping up and making a positive difference in the world. And so let's be like those people. And even if you've got health conditions and, you know, you can't get out and about and do what you want to do, there's still other things you can do online, or even write letters and send to your local MP. I do, you know, and they send me back some letter that doesn't even answer my, you know, my issues in the first email, and then I wrote back to them and say, but you didn't answer this issue, and I'm going to put this on my social media page. And then they don't know what to say when you mention social media. So I'd be doing that. I find that's quite useful. Okay, anything else for everybody for July 2020? What do I see? You are painting your life, okay? You choose the colours and the textures and the brushes and all of that. Spirit's giving you the equipment and even the desire to paint your life. It's part of your self-expression. But ultimately you're the one, the brush is in your hand, so you're the one that's actually painting. Okay, all right, thanks so much everyone. I do hope you found it helpful. As I said before, please subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Have a wonderful month, and be kind to each other. Okay, thank you, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.